Hey everyone, we are here live at Printing United, and I am here with Katy Mendoza from Threadfast, and we are going to be talking about a very popular topic these days, and that is sustainability in decorated apparel. I feel like sustainability has been such a buzzword, not just now, it has been for some time, but I feel like this side of our industry is really starting to grasp this because of the importance that it has become, and it's just growing and growing. So we're going to be talking a lot about sustainability in blank apparel, heat transfers, and the impact it really has on our industry. I'll allow Katy to introduce herself now.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm Katy. Like Jenna said, I am originally Salvadorian. So I was born in El Salvador. My first language is Spanish. And I'm creative director for Threadfast. And, well, the story of how I came into the industry is kind of a crazy one.
Yeah.
So I was telling Jenna before going live that I studied to be a designer. And with a lot of effort, I went to Milan. And I did all my studies in Milan. I learned Italian. It was amazing. Everything that you can imagine from a Milan, very inspired designer.
I can't even imagine. It just sounds pretty spectacular, like something
it really
amazing.
Was.
Yeah.
It was magical. When I came back home, though, there was no jobs for a designer. I was practically overqualified, So all the jobs were either social media manager or, stuff like that I couldn't really make a living wage, even living at home. So I started applying at jobs at factories, actual manufacturers in El Salvador who did t-shirts, who did all types of apparel. One of these factories, actually, I had a meeting with my now boss, and it turns out that I wasn't applying to the manufacturer. I was applying for a job at Sea Life Group, a U.S. company that does licensed apparel. And that's how I was introduced to the industry. So it turns out that
crazy.
I was, my current boss was there. He was interviewing me to work for this company. And I thought I was going to go, work at a factory.
Yeah.
Turns out I landed a job at Sea Life Group. They do licensed apparel for big box retailers. So stuff you see in Old Navy, stuff you see in JCPenney, Kohl's, like big programs, right? And that's how I started in the industry.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about Sea Life Group and what that means for your current role at Threadfast.
So this was 11 years ago.
Okay.
So quite a while ago. 11 years ago, I started as a designer at Sea Life Group. So I started to really learn what it means to decorate on apparel. And probably 5 or 6 years in, my boss was like, listen, we need fashion apparel. The price is quite not there. The turnaround is quite not there. We have pipelines to produce our own stuff. Why don't we give it a test? Why don't we produce a t-shirt? Why don't we do like a couple of styles and see how they do? So we actually tested it out at Impressions Expo.
Oh my goodness, Impressions.
Okay.
Yeah. So for those of you that haven't been able to attend an Impression show, that is actually one of the first shows I ever attended in the industry about 10 years ago. So what city was it in?
That was Long Beach. And back then, it was called ISS.
ISS, yeah.
Imprinted Sportswear Show.
Yes.
So we were like, okay, let's test this idea. Let's see if it works. Full disclosure, we did not have deep inventory. It was a really trial and error kind of thing. We were going to see if
you should bring it to market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If people would love it, like how it felt, how people responded to it. We had very little inventory. After ISS, everything went away so quickly. It was a no-brainer.
So sold out. It was all sold out.
Sold out.
Oh my goodness.
And that's how Threadfast Apparel was born.
That's amazing. So what was the product? Like, was it just a t-shirt? Was it a blend? What was it?
What actually I'm wearing is one of the first styles that we developed. It's a tri-blend.
Okay.
Our tri-blend is a little different than what's out there. It's really soft, usually, not to get too technical, but tri-blends are usually 50, 25, 25. Poly cotton rayon. Ours is 50, 38, 12, so higher in cotton, lower in rayon. Why is that important? Rayon is not very friendly to heat.
Absolutely not. And that is one reason why I started working with Threadfast, because tri-blends are still, but at that time, everyone wanted to print tri-blend.
Yeah.
And when you are loading that under a heat press, talk about scorch marks, talk about the heat press box, like
absolutely
so prevalent because the rayon content was so high.
Exactly.
And that is honestly like why Threadfast became so prevalent so quickly, because you were offering a product that a lot of other brands were not.
That's right. So the 12% rayon basically eliminates those concerns that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the higher cotton makes it look more vintagey and frosty. So it has like a signature look to it. That was one of the first ones we developed, and it stuck right from the beginning. And that's our bread and butter to this day. We have developed more products, and we'll talk about it in a little bit. But that this one style is really what proved the concept.
We love a tried and true product.
Definitely
We are here for that.
Yeah, definitely is.
So throughout Threadfast's journey in the industry and how it relates to sustainability, how do you see that really impacting decorators now? So it's kind of like a broad statement. Let me try to tailor this a little bit better. First, let's start with the impact sustainability has right now on our industry and how Threadfast has answered that for people that want to become a part of that game-changing factor.
So right now, it's not only a hot topic. It actually should not be a hot topic. It should be the baseline. And that's what we take. We take sustainability as our baseline and build on top of it. So I can tell you a little bit of the three anchors that we have to present how we approach sustainability in the brand. So number one, we are members of the Better Cotton Initiative. So right now, they account for 25% of the cotton in the world. And I want to make a slight comparison of BCI versus organic.
Okay.
Organic cotton is what's known, that's what's good. But it's kind of an elite fiber. It takes a lot of resources, takes a lot of money and time to change from regular cotton, from the farmer level, to organic. So ultimately, it becomes expensive. It becomes elite. Whereas with Better Cotton, they have a set of standards that make it easier for the farmer to transition from normal cotton to more sustainable practices.
Okay.
So some of those are, just to mention a few, it's a complex system, but to mention a few: efficient water use, soil health, and biodiversity focus. They go even further into community education.
Okay.
Advocating for women positions in power in these countries where cotton is grown, which is, sometimes it's not the case.
Right.
Women don't have power or managerial positions. So they do a step further into it so that it's really implemented at the core and it's sustainable and profitable for the farmers. And then throughout the chain, that makes a whole system change, makes it better for all of us who end up using the cotton. So it's a very systemic change. It's affordable, and that's why we joined the BCI.
I gotcha.
The Better Cotton Initiative. They've done so well that in the past, 2-3 years, they've grown exponentially. Like I said, 25% of the cotton in the world is now sourced as Better Cotton.
Yeah, I continue to see Better Cotton being utilized through retail brands across, and the fact that we are taking what retail is doing, which in my opinion, and I would say most people's opinions, really sets the standard for what we should be doing in our industry, because they are so closely related.
Yeah.
The fashion industry really sets the tone for the products that you guys offer for us to print on and then bring to our end client, right?
And that couldn't be more true
Yeah.
for Threadfast, because we were born out of that retail necessity. You know?
Yep.
So we know what people want to wear and how they want to buy it. So we actually started the other way around, and it worked out really well for us.
Yeah, no, I love that. So you said there were 3 total pillars.
Yeah.
And the first one being the Better Cotton Initiative.
Yes.
So definitely, like Katy mentioned, do your research on that, find what products fall under that. I think that is a very great initial step if you are looking into adding more of a sustainable solution to your product line. And then you also mentioned 2 other pillars. So let's go ahead and dive into those.
Sure. The second one is more straightforward. It's recycled polyester. So all the polyester content that you find in our Threadfast lines is recycled poly. So we do the GRS, which is the general recycled standard, and Reprieve as well. Reprieve is just the brand name for recycled polyester.
Okay.
That means that you take plastic that would otherwise end in landfills or the ocean, you transform that into fiber, and that becomes your poly.
Is it kind of like a thread?
It is.
Okay.
So basically what they do is they chop up the chunks of plastic first, so they're shards. Then they melt them into little pellets, and those pellets get strung along, like they string it along, and then it becomes your yarn. So it's actually fascinating. We actually have little shakers that will show you each stage.
I've actually seen those in your trade show.
Yeah, we have them.
They're honestly, they put things into perspective for the entire process.
Yeah.
For getting that recycled polyester piece that everybody knows
It's
and
tangible.
loves and wants to be able to sell.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. And whenever you guys were showing me it in the booth, I want to say the first time was in Long Beach a few years ago. I know it was pre-COVID. And I was just learning more about the brand, and you guys showed me that, and I was like, say what now? That does a what?
And you touch the fiber, it's so soft.
Yeah.
You can't believe that initially it was a plastic bottle.
Right.
Like it was like a shard of plastic, and you touch this fiber, it's just so soft.
I love that. Yeah.
So that's the second one, and it's an easy one to remember because instead of having regular polyester, you do recycled polyester. There's also advantages to doing recycled poly. Producing the poly itself, the recycled poly itself, takes less energy, takes less water, saves CO2 emissions. So there's so many more variables that in favor of recycled polyester.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, once you have the pipelines, it does not cost more. It simply does not. And you can see that in our line.
So to elaborate a little bit more on that, whenever you say it doesn't cost more, what are you comparing that to?
Other fashion brands for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So just another poly?
No. You know what? Sourcing the polyester, there's barely any difference in sourcing recycled polyester. It's not that much different than sourcing regular polyester.
Okay. All right, got it. Nice. All right, and then you also said that there is a brand initiative that Threadfast itself is heading.
So the brand initiative, to round up our sustainability mission, we wanted to do something more than just fiber. We talked about cotton, we talked about poly, right? So last year we launched a program called Plant with Threadfast, which is literally our reforestation program. We launched it last year, and the way it works is simple. For every carton we sell, we plant a tree through One Tree Planted.
I love that.
One Tree Planted, they're awesome. So they're not just planting trees all over willy-nilly.
Right.
They are definitely
willy-nilly.
They're definitely taking into account biodiversity, exploration of the fauna and the flora of the areas. And last year, thankfully, we planted 121,000 trees.
That is phenomenal, and it's all through selling the cartons.
Yeah,
Okay.
we tally the number of cartons at the end of the year. Obviously, there is some calculation to be made because there's different cartons of different quantities and so on. So we tally the total, and that's how we did it last year.
That is phenomenal, and honestly, that makes your brand stand out among any other brand because you are taking a unique initiative and a unique approach to taking sustainability to the next level, and that is so important. And I feel like our customers can use that as such a huge takeaway for different things that you can be doing to not only help sustainability and how it's trending, but also it helps your brand for people that are passionate about that and care about that.
Truly, I can say that we love this job, the team, because we can see the impact that we're making.
You're passionate about it.
Yeah.
You care about it. Yeah.
We do. And those trees that were planted as of 2021, end of 2021, went to forest fire recovery in California.
Wow.
And for our Canadian customers, we planted in British Columbia, Vancouver for forest fire recovery. So you can feel good about this.
Yes.
And obviously everybody that buys from Threadfast has a hand in it.
Yeah.
Because each carton sold equates to a tree.
I love it. Yeah. I think that is a phenomenal initiative that you guys are doing, and it really sets you guys apart from the rest. So kudos to the entire Threadfast team. You guys are always doing, very next level things. So as we talk about that, another really big part of sustainability is creating products that people want to wear.
Yes.
Something that is top drawer.
Absolutely.
It's not a single t-shirt that I got from an event. I'm never going to wear it again, and it's just going to go into a landfill somewhere. I'm going to just toss it aside. And I think that Threadfast hits that very, very well because you guys are not only utilizing sustainability as you're manufacturing your product, but you're doing trending product that people want to wear, not just have for a one-time type of event. So.
Definitely. So we're not into a disposable fashion industry.
Fast fashion.
Yeah, fast fashion.
Well, that is canceled. Fast fashion is canceled.
It really is. And we can speak to that because we have less than 40 products, less than 40 styles. We focus on what people want to wear, what will be durable, what can be sourced sustainably, and the staples that people want to wear. So we keep it narrow. We don't have thousands of colors either. We keep it narrow. We keep it very focused.
Yeah.
And always on trend.
And I think printers can take that bit of advice that you guys are utilizing for themselves. Right? Learn from the people that are manufacturing and teaching you about these things, because this is something that you can utilize if you are doing storefronts or you're printing on demand. Yep. Maybe you're just offering 6 or 8 pieces from Threadfast and you're hitting that sustainability by knowing that they're being print to order, by order, right? Made to order, if you will. Yeah. And then also... I forgot what my next point was, but it's going to come back to me in just a second.
No
I
worries.
think
I can actually talk to print on demand.
Yeah.
That's becoming really popular, and for a reason.
Yeah.
No waste. No waste inventory.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens, but sometimes it happens. So I appreciate you having me there.
So no waste, no inventory that needs to go on clearance, stuff like that. We really focus on key styles, and we can attest to the fact that the model works.
Yeah.
Not more is not always better.
I would agree with that. So whenever you guys are selecting the products that you're putting out there, are they data-driven products? Have they been proven to be the trending ones, the ones that people want to wear, want to buy?
So they have to be timeless.
Okay.
For sure. Like our denim jacket, timeless piece.
Yes.
Like it will.
I'm a big fan of the Threadfast denim jacket for sure.
It's not going away. It's never going to go away. It probably, it fluctuates through the years, but my grandma had one, my mom had one, it's something that will be there forever.
I agree with you.
Very durable. So true and tested. And another point, when we're developing product, I can talk about my boss right now because it's so funny. He will not produce or develop something that he will not wear. And that,
of course,
that will never happen. So everything in the line, he has to wear it, and then it launches.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that is brilliant because he obviously is in tune with what people like and want to wear. He obviously is a part of that. But you have to be connected to know. And
Absolutely.
he obviously is connected in a way that makes sense because your guys' products are awesome.
Thank
you. People talk about it day in, day out. We have several of the Threadfast garments decorated in our booth now. And the denim jacket specifically is the one everybody is stopping to look at and check the tag. Where did you source this? Because denim continues to trend. It may evolve in the way it's styled, right?
Yep.
But it's always going to be a popular piece, a staple in any wardrobe.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing something really well where it's already retail. You can just wear it blank. But our customers now are able to add more value to that and more profit opportunity by printing on the denim with products that are compatible. And denim is cotton. So any product is pretty much compatible at this point.
Yes.
So it's just really about getting creative about, what market you're serving and how you want to offer those trends. But I think the key thing is being connected to the customer, understanding their wants, what they're interested in wearing so that you can produce something that they're going to want to hold on to and not just pass off and, it end up in the landfill. And that's what we're trying to avoid, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the end goal.
That's all part of the sustainability message. Not only the sourcing, not only the initiatives, but the durability of it, because you want to wear it over and over again, and then you don't need to buy more.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. Making staples that you want to keep in your closet.
Yes. All right. So we are just about to wrap up. I want to thank you so much for joining. I think that you guys, I mentioned it already, but I'm going to say it one more time. If you guys have not checked out Threadfast, if you are ready to dive into offering sustainable pieces that are trending and people want to wear time and time again, this brand is doing it different, and that is absolutely why I love Threadfast. Any heat transfer products, for the most part, work phenomenally. We've tested their product time and time again with Hotronix heat presses and all of our screen print transfers, heat transfer vinyl, emblems, and patches. So we too are taking that initiative to really join the sustainability family. We want to, be ahead. We're trying to get there with a biodegradable heat transfer carrier.
Awesome.
We hope to be able to achieve that in the next few years. It does take time. There's a lot of development that has to go into that because we do offer a vast variety of product. But that is our goal. We want to be able to speak to that and help our clients provide the sustainability solution for the customers that matter. And when we were talking about this earlier, you had mentioned how the new generations that are really leading the choice in product that's being printed, that's being sold,
Yeah.
They care significantly
Yes.
about sustainability and the message that it has.
There's a major shift happening right now.
Yeah.
We're aligned. Like, we are seeing things differently, well, as far as sustainability, but like I said, it should be, now we're thinking as sustainability should be the baseline. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that speaks to the shift in generational management positions.
Right.
You know, millennials and Gen X are,
We're starting
taking over.
to see chief sustainability officer roles being
Yes.
added to companies, corporations, businesses. Like,
Yes.
it isn't just a buzzword anymore. This is something that is key for success in this industry, because the fashion industry, the apparel industry, has been known for making up so much of the percentage of landfill. So again, thank you so much for being here. Great talking with you. You hit on some really great points. Definitely check out threadfast.com. And we will be back at our podcast tomorrow, bright and early at 10 a.m. So be sure to join us. And that's it. That's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.